Hey, let's go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well. And welcome to another installment for the Arsenal's 49 Invincibles podcast. Arsenal, where did that come from? Yeah, it's basically Arsenal anyway. With me, Glen Kightley, Zohum. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Very, very good. And Mr. Positive, Callum, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. We could get into it, but I'm happy for once.
Yeah,
Other than the
I
last
can
one,
tell.
I'm happy.
Yeah, so we will be reviewing yesterday's game and recapping today's draw, Europa League draw and a bit for the Champions League draw, and then obviously West Ham against Arsenal on Sunday, and then international break after that. So that should be an hour. So let's go straight into it. So yesterday we faced Olympiacos. I basically thought the game was over. I'd already scheduled the live draw reaction because I was that confident. I was like, Friday, definitely. I'm waking up for that one. We're going to be in the quarterfinal, but yeah, it was close to being a disaster. So I'll start with you, Callum. What was your prediction for the game before you saw the lineup and everything?
Well, the Olympiacos game.
Yeah.
I expected us to cruise it. I expected us. I thought we were ready through. We did all the hard work in the first leg. I was expecting us just to come in, do the job, and just see it through. Do you know what I mean? And in typical Arsenal fashion, we make it skin. We just we make things difficult when they don't have to be. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how it is. So, what is your prediction for the game?
Yeah,
I was gonna go with a 2-1 win. Actually, I expected El Arabi to score at some point, but I thought we'd control the game. We'd concede maybe just in a silly way, but either way, we would win comfortably, keep the unbeaten run going, and go through. So it was very frustrating.
Yeah, so we'll do the lineup reaction first. I'll start with you, Zoom. I'll put the lineup on screen. Let me know what you made of the lineup. Any surprises, any changes you wanted?
So, no, I was actually quite comfortable with this, but I was annoyed, or maybe disappointed rather, that Xhaka started yet another game. I thought he deserved a rest. So I was actually expecting to see a midfield of Ceballos, El Neni, and Martin Odegaard, but I guess he decided Odegaard also needed a rest. So Bellerin coming in and Luiz and Gabriel starting at centre back, I didn't really have any problems with that. Plus, we were going to go into an international break. But I was excited to see Pepe again in the lineup and Emil Smith-Rowe. And I expected Aubameyang to start. I mean, of course, he was gonna start after being benched for the North London Derby. There was no way he was also going to be benched for this game.
Yeah. Callum, what did you make of the lineup?
I was happy. Like I didn't want I don't want to see Bellerin. Do you know what I mean? In the lineup, I wanted to see Cedric or. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you said put Cedric in it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the only thing I was kind of. I knew you'd play kind of a different midfield. I didn't think you'd play Partey anyway. We thought we were through. So, and I knew Aubameyang would be back, and I hope for Pepe to play, and he did. So I can't really complain with the lineup. I can't really complain.
So for me, I wouldn't have started Tierney. I would have put someone else there. I would have started Chambers. I would even have started Ryan in place of Leno, and I wouldn't have started Smith Rowe, given maybe a Martinelli a chance. So the lineup for me, I'm a bit shaky because of injuries and stuff. But as Zoom said, we have an international break coming up, so I didn't really mind it. So the game starts Zoom, and I'm thinking get one goal and the game is over, just like the other team. Get one goal and the game is over, but we were settling for a 0-0, it looked like.
Yeah, I mean, it was really frustrating because
Yeah,
all the problems that we had, we created because of
yeah,
ourselves. Honestly, we created
yeah,
them ourselves. We were passing the ball slowly. There were some careless passes from simple missed passes. There was at some point I remember I think maybe in 20th minute or 25th minute I'd said, nah, these guys are winning too many of the 50-50s,
yeah.
and if they carry on, they're gonna score. So
Hmm.
it was really frustrating, especially because even when we did have good moments, we didn't capitalize on them. The
Yeah.
amount of missed chances is just, I'm actually quite disgusted.
Yeah. If the game was like 0-0 or something like that, I would have been very frustrated with those missed chances. Callum, did you want us to go for the game in the first half, or were you okay with them sitting back for 0-0?
I wanted us to just get a goal and kill the game. Do you know what I mean? That's what we didn't take our chances. I wanted us to kill the game off and stop making life hard for ourselves. Like we always do it. I don't know what it is
Yeah.
with Arsenal, but they like us to have be on the edge of our seats and be stressed out. I'm pulling my hair out thinking they've got a goal back now. Crap, they're gonna score. Do you know what I mean? I know what we're like. Someone who's gonna make the
Yeah.
mistake this time. That's what I was thinking in my
Yeah.
head because of the season and that. And I wanted us to kill it off for once, just have a nice chill second leg and get ready, think about the next round. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
typical Arsenal fashion, they get a goal in the stupidest way. Crap defending, and
Yeah.
just happy
Yeah.
we got through. That's I can only say I'm happy we got through because
So
anyway.
Zoom, they take the lead again through that guy. In my preview, I say this guy has scored 4 Europa League goals and 2 of them against Arsenal. That's 50%. He has now another one. So out of his 5 Europa League goals, 3 of them are against Arsenal. So that's not a good record to have.
Yeah.
And he scored against us yet again.
Yeah. I thought the defending for that particular goal wasn't very good. David
Yeah.
Luiz was too. He stood off him too much. He gave him too much space in the box. And when the
Yeah.
player is right-footed, show him
Yeah.
to his left. The fact that he allowed him to cut inside, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was very unlucky for Gabriel as well for him to cut. I'm sure he did his best trying to block that shot. So it was overall a really poor goal to concede, but they'd
Yeah.
exposed us a number of times, I think. Don't you remember the first? Do you remember rather the first chance they had? That straight goal kick, and
Oh
Leno
yeah.
pulled
That one.
off a great save.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
got you. That one. Yeah.
that particular one. That we
Yeah.
we just seemed to switch off, man. It was really frustrating. And Leno came out and he said it. I think he put it 100% correctly. He said,
Yeah.
if we approach games like this, forget about reaching trophies or winning trophies. We
Mm.
can't, regardless of who comes in.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how much you rotate. Mikel Arteta, in my opinion, has set up a system where when everybody comes in, they
Yeah.
know what they're meant to do. And the only difference is quality, in my opinion. It's not just, uh, or rather, two different. The two differences between the first team and the second team is quality and lapses in concentration. Because Mo Elneny comes off the bench, in the first leg, and
Yeah.
with 20 minutes or 15 minutes to go, he's all amped up and ready to go. He takes a shot, but it's just really frustrating that they can come off the bench and do that, but they just can't seem to really push the first team players out. And as soon as we conceded that goal, right, I think we made
Yeah.
subs. Thomas Partey and
And Odegaard. Yeah.
Odegaard came
Odegaard.
on for
Yeah.
exactly for
We
Ceballos
panicked.
and
We
Elneny.
panicked. Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah, it was
panicked.
too much,
So
and I think it was no, I think it was the right move. I think it was the right
yeah,
move.
yeah.
What do you mean by we panicked?
We panicked because after making that showed you that he was panicking that we'd concede a couple of more goals if he didn't bring in the likes of Partey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's so he was trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
steady
for
the
sure.
ship, like bring back the. Because for me, I wanted the likes of Nelson and Martinelli. I didn't want us to have to use Partey, so we considered and we panicked and we had to bring in the big boys. So, Carl, I wanted to ask you about Shaka, Ceballos, and El Nini. Do you want to ever see that combination again? Ceballos as a 10?
Hell no. Jesus Christ. So what is this Ceballos doing? What
Uh-huh.
is Eleni doing for one? The first time he goes forward. Do you know what I mean? I've ever seen him go run forward in the ball and he catches out. So I don't know what Ceballos if he can turn into prime Zidane. Think he can go around 20 players. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. He's done it twice. He could have got us knocked out twice. Ceballos. It's not good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Making silly mistakes like that is going to cost us. Do you know what I mean? When in costs and big, still got, like, obviously, who we got, after that next team, I can't really know what they're called, the next team in the next round, yeah? If he makes that mistakes against them, they're going to capitalize on that. If we do it against Villarreal, if we get them in the next round, they're going to capitalize against that. West Ham will capitalize against stupid mistakes like that. We need to get out of our game because for some reason, like there's a big button in the middle of the room, and each of these players every game presses the mistake button. Boom. Like you said it last time, Glenn. Mistake button. They have to press it. One of them has to press it every single game. So we need to cut that in the game. We need to cut that, and then we can push for titles and shit. But yeah.
I think that in the last 5 games, I think Sabas has made 5 mistakes. Okay, the free kick against Benfica, not really a mistake, but you get he was the last guy before the goal. So Zoom, let's say, for example, we play United in the final, and then we have a midfield of Xhaka, El Neni, and Sabas. Would that really definitely take away your confidence?
Of course, yeah. Unless we play in a back three again, which seems to suit them, because when they do make mistakes, they have 5 defenders willing to block it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just picking up on Callum's point, I don't know that we can cut it out. I don't know that I don't think that it's a we thing. It's a they thing. Like these players, you know what I mean? Xhaka, Ceballos, El Neni. Bellerin didn't really put much, put a foot wrong that much in the game. But I think there's certain players in this squad that just can't cut that out because they lack quality in some way, either physically, mentally, technically. They just lack quality in some way, and that's just gonna keep coming to the fore. But the only way we win anything with a Xhaka Ceballos midfield, or even El Neni included, is in a back 5. That's the only way, just like we did in the FA Cup. So yeah,
that's the only way. I definitely agree. So you also mentioned the missed chances. The first half, Pepe went through past the goalkeeper. I was thinking, do something crazy, like get past the defender or shoot the ball or decide to cross the ball, do something. But it looked like he was caught in not 2, but something like 3 mines at the same time zone. It looked to me like they didn't want to score, especially him and Aubameyang.
It was so odd because all he had to do was either get it on target and it would have gone in, or pass it over to Aubameyang, and he just. It's like he. If you look at the replay from the reverse angle, not this angle, from the one behind it, you can clearly see him looking up to find Aubameyang or the goal, and it's like he forgot that the ball is still rolling. It was such a weird thing to pick out, I know, but honestly, it's valid. It's like he just, took his eye off the ball, and that was really annoying because it just made the difference. There was that chance, and if he just balanced himself, he could have gone on to do something crazy like you wanted. Beat another 2. Put another 3 players on the floor or something like that, or even pass it at the end of it. Just do something, and we would have been 1-0 up.
But even if he passed it though, the guy who he was passing to, would he have scored? Because yesterday he was out of form. Yeah.
Remember, I mean, he had a similar miss versus Benfica.
Yeah, I did.
If Pepe had squared it to him like that,
there's
no guarantee that Aubameyang would have scored that. But it's getting really frustrating because all I hear is these sounds from my family members, my closest friends, that Aubameyang isn't clinical, and I see it, and it's coming. It's showing a lot more than I'd like, because I really think he is a 1 in 3, 2 in 3 striker on a good day. That's why he doesn't have many hat tricks, because he's not very clinical. I mean,
you're actually very right about the hat tricks. That's 1 at Arsenal, right? Only 1 hat trick.
Yeah,
a lot
only
of
1 at Arsenal. Yeah, lots of braces. He's very much a 2 in 3, 1 in 3 striker, and for what he offers off the ball, I think it's not good enough. If he was cold-blooded and he was a 1-in-1 kind of striker, I wouldn't mind if sorry, I just have to cut that out. I wouldn't mind if he didn't do much off the ball. But
Yeah.
when we have the ball, it's like even link up play, Glenn, is an issue.
Yeah.
It seems to
Yeah.
be a task for him, and it's just not good enough, man. I mean, when he does get the ball, I feel like when he plays with Emil Smith Rowe as well, he tends to take up the spaces that Emil Smith Rowe and Kieran Tierney like to link up in, because
Yeah.
he doesn't do enough centrally. He doesn't have the strength or the technical ability to do it in the middle, which is very annoying.
Strong words, strong words. Callum Aubameyang missed chances yesterday alongside Pepe. We are just saying if Pepe ended up crossing that ball on screen right now, would Aubameyang have scored it anyway? Because he's missed a lot of chances. So what do you make of what Zoom was just saying?
I think he's so poor for it from a player with his caliber.
No, he's not. I think he's lagging.
Am I lagging? So I can
He's
hear
lagging?
me.
I can hear him.
Yeah, well, I can't see his. You can hear? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear him. I can actually hear him.
All right.
I think honestly, Aubameyang, for what he's done for us for the last few years, he's taking the mick. He's taking the piss. Pardon my French. For what even in that game the other day, the chances he missed and one-on-ones. I don't care who you are. When you're a player like how he is, he scores the spectaculars or whatever. You finish them one-on-one. I don't care if you miss them. When Tierney says run down the line, you don't argue with him. Do you know what I mean? Tierney was like run down the line and he's arguing with Tierney. Why are you arguing with him? Run down the line. Like he's a lazy player. If he don't score, he don't contribute anything to the team. That's why I prefer Lacazette than Aubameyang this season, because at least with Lacazette, his physicality, do you know what I mean, he can give something to our front line, can press from the front. Aubameyang don't press. Yeah, but he don't do nothing. He has got no touch. Other than scoring, he don't do nothing for us. So I think we should drop him. I really do.
I don't know. I feel like they should play both of them. I think it's been long since we tried that. I don't know. I just feel like that's why from the start of the season I always say I actually prefer back three. That is because the fullbacks we had, that's Niles, we had Kolasinac, we had those kind of players. We had Tierney as well, Bellerin. All of them prefer to be players as a wing back. They're not good defenders. Tierney is a good defender. The others are not good defenders. They're good going forward. Plus the fact that it can allow us to play two strikers. So that's why I've always preferred a back three. I don't know what you think about that, so do you think play both of them again, go back to playing Aubameyang on the left, or play both of them as a striker, or drop one of Aubameyang?
You know what? I want to see Martinelli up front. I actually would like to see Martinelli up front.
Yeah.
On the left, Emil Smith Rowe. On the right, Bukayo Saka. Behind him, Martin Odegaard.
Yeah.
And behind them, Xhaka Partey. I think that's a formidable attack. So,
Aubameyang.
Yeah, no Aubameyang. I think Aubameyang would be very good to come off the bench for now. But the thing is, versus West Ham, I know, for example, there's no way we're starting Aubameyang on the bench. He's going to start. And he's going to need to do more, because the chances that he got, it's almost like he was lax with them, you know? The dink that he tried after missing those chances. You remember that chance that he missed right at the edge of the box after a nice Ceballos pass?
Yeah, in the first half, yeah.
I couldn't believe he missed that. I could not believe he missed that. Yeah. I could not believe he didn't choose the right technique to finish that. I don't think I need to be looking back at it. Maybe hindsight is an easy, it's a beautiful thing, because you get to look back at it and just say, nah, you should have done this or this better. But I don't like thinking to myself, Aubameyang, the striker, should have done my captain. The 300 goal career man should be taught by anyone how to finish. And the fact that he missed those chances was really, really bad. We should have won that game, ideally speaking, 4-1.
4-1, yeah. Even looking at the stats, I'll bring the stats later on. It's good that you mentioned Ceballos, because I saw you said you would have given Ceballos a 4. You've mentioned that pass, and also in the second half, you gave another good pass. Also, there was a Smith Rowe shot in the first half as well that just went. I think the keeper saved it, also from a Sabias pass. So I don't think he was average. That average, yes, he had a mistake, but after that, I think he did kind of well, but the combination just didn't work. So yeah, and Callum,
No.
would you do what Zoom? Okay, go ahead first. That's
Okay.
good.
Well, I just think there's a lack of aggression and pace on him. He's really
Mm,
slow. He gets bundled off the ball very, very easily. And it
yeah.
was just a really poor showing. Even like some of his passes weren't very good. There were two good passes, and of course,
Mm,
on another day, if Aubameyang had scored those chances, we'd be saying, "Oh,
yeah.
Danny
Two
Ceballos, two
assists.
great assists," right? And
Yeah.
that's just the way football goes. But what happens off the ball? Compare that to Martin Odegaard, and I don't want to
Yeah.
look at it through a Martin Odegaard scope, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking to myself, Martin Odegaard doesn't allow himself to lose the ball like that. He's very aggressive. And Dani
Yeah.
Ceballos and El Neni and Xhaka, those kind like those the fact that they failed to win those 50-50s is what allowed them to
Mm-hmm.
get back into the game. That's why I think I give Xhaka and El Neni and Dani Ceballos all three of them a 4, because I really believe that game was lost in midfield.
Midfield. Okay. Callum, do you think Shaka, Sabas, and Lenny are all the same yesterday, or the one that was better than the others?
I think Ceballos was okay, but in the first, where he did a few good passes. You know what I mean, through balls and stuff like to Aubameyang, like you said. But
Yeah.
he's like he looks like he puts in all the effort when he runs, yeah, but he don't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's on a treadmill. You know when you're running on a treadmill and it's just on the same
Mm.
bloody spot. That's what he reminds me of. Do you know what I mean? Just short
Yeah.
effort. He's
Yeah.
slow, and you can't be having a player like that. Obviously, I think he's okay. He's not the best. He's all right, but like Odegaard, if you compare, Odegaard is another level. I think he knows what he's doing with the ball. So Bios thinks he
Yeah.
knows what he's doing, but he's so slow. It's like Shaka thinks he's so slow. He's trying to do a certain turn around, but he turns like a bus. He's got radius as a bus, so he can't turn.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like these players really need to come down to reality and do you know what I mean? Think about what they've got, because they think they're the dog's bollocks, but they're not. They're rubbish. There's a reason why Real
Yeah.
Madrid didn't want Ceballos, and he's with us. No, what do you know what I mean? He's not good enough. Shaka's
Yeah. So Shaka not good enough as well. I think we know that. El Neni
100%.
average. Yeah, El Neni, you get what you pay for El Neni, and I don't know. I think we paid like 2 million for him when he was at Basel. So as Oma
5.
said, missed chances. If we had not gone through already in the first leg, I would have been fuming, because some of those chances from Obama, especially, it looked like he was just playing in a playground or something, PlayStation or something. Like he was just trying things, didn't want to score, he was just trying to score the perfect goal sometimes. So I was very, very mad. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel, Callum and Zoom. And this time round, it came dressed up in yellow. It came dressed up in yellow. Tottenham Hotspurs, they came dressed up in yellow, light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know about you guys, but even the reaction after the game, everyone postponed it to watch this game. Dinamo Zagreb against Tottenham. Did it surprise you, Zo?
Yeah, it did. It did, especially when I remember what you said on Premier League TV as well.
Yeah.
Um, it was because I actually didn't watch the game,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw that the score was 0-0 at halftime, and I don't know, I forgot to check. I was watching the United AC
Yeah.
Milan game. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot to check at the time, so it was really surprising. I saw the goals again. That Orsic guy, what the hell, man? If
Oh,
he walks into
very good.
London right now and we announce him as the guy who
Yeah.
just downed Tottenham with a hat trick, I think he'd get a round of beers at many bars around the Emirates.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
very, very
wow,
good
it was
goals.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and the way Tottenham just bottled it, man, is just. I asked a friend of mine. Well, not really a friend. He's just some guy on a WhatsApp group. Goes by the
Yeah.
name of Zeus. I asked him, like,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, why Tottenham? Why do you support Tottenham? You're in Kenya, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't belong in in the UK. It's not like you live
North
there. You
London.
grew
Yeah.
up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody in Kenya everybody around the world supports a team because they've won something. You know,
Mm.
I find it
Mm.
very odd when I see like a Fulham fan from America or something like that. It's very weird. Why?
Mhm.
Why do you support? I mean, what's the difference between supporting Tottenham and Fulham?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're both Premier
no.
League teams.
Yeah, but
Honestly,
Fulham is way
what's the
better.
point? Yaya Sanogo, Yaya Sanogo. Yeah,
Fulham is
Fulham
way
is way
better.
better. Yaya
Yeah.
Sanogo has won more trophies than Harry Kane. And after that kind of performance, what is going through Harry Kane's head right now?
Which he said at
Leaving
Arsenal.
in the summer. You think he'll leave in the summer? Or do you
I
think he'll
hope he
stay?
does for his own sake. He's a good player. He shouldn't stay at a bad club.
Yeah. If he's there, let me tell you, if he's there for personal, individual accolades, I think if he stays for 5 more seasons, he'll get to Shearer's record and he'll become all-time Premier League top scorer if he stays. If he decides to go to
Yeah,
another English team, he can still get that record. So it really depends
yeah.
what he wants. If he wants to win trophies. So, Callum, do you think Son and Kane will both be there next season, or do you think at least one of them will leave?
I think they'll all leave. Why
Mm.
would they stay at a club that don't win nothing? That have Dyer in their centre backs? What the hell? I thought we had bad centre backs. Jesus. I
Yeah.
couldn't actually think of having their team. Like, other than Kane, Son, not even Bill, really, because he's been poor this season other than a few games. Do you know what I mean? Other than Bale and Son, their team is rubbish. Poor. Poor team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I couldn't
Yeah.
think to watch them every week. Do you know what I mean? It must
It's
be hell.
I don't get how Dyer still gets picked for the English team. I'd rather even have
Nope.
one Bissaka at a center defense. I'd rather have one Bissaka at central defense. Seriously,
Mm.
because Dyer is terrible. I don't get how he gets picked for England still until today. So anyway, Tottenham, when you start speaking about Tottenham, you get sick. I just imagine how it is being their fan. Yeah, you do recognize that guy on screen, Zoom and Callum. That's how it feels. You feel like Jermaine Genius being a Tottenham fan. So it's very sad. It's very sad. So anyway, Tottenham missed out from the Europa League draw, and we made it. Which team were you hoping for, Zahu?
I was hoping for, I think it was Slavia Praha or Villarreal.
Wow, Villarreal. Carlin, which one were you hoping for?
Yeah, Villarreal as well. I
Villarreal.
wanted to beat Emery, you know.
Yeah. And which one did you want to avoid?
Yeah, because I was tired. Sorry, Glenn. Because I was tired of hearing all these Arsenal fans. Oh, it was better under Emery. It was better under Emery. It wasn't. It was horrible.
No, we'll get them next round. Carlin, which one did you want to avoid?
Do you know what? Yeah, I would say Man United, but then also I probably would have them as well. If you know what, it's a catch-22 with that because you'd prefer to have them over 2 legs than a final, in my opinion. Because then at least we can rectify. You know what I mean? He knows how to play against United, but then you don't want to play with then Fernandez could score wonder goal or Pogba. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about
It's
two
Yeah,
legs.
true.
I don't know about 2 legs. I prefer those kind of teams in one leg, like one game. Atletico is good in the cup, and Arsenal is good in the cups. Like one game final, you could win it, but 2 games over 2 legs, I don't know if you can handle both games. So which one did you want to avoid? Ajax, Roma, United.
I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid Ajax and Roma and Man United as well because I wanted to get United in the final. I live for the thrill, man, and that nervousness that you have before a big game like that. You know, United in
Yeah.
the European final, just in the same way as we did with Chelsea at Baku.
Yeah.
It's very exciting and it's memorable. You know, when you win, it's less memorable when it goes the other way. But
Yeah,
I would have
especially to
loved to have
United.
beaten United. Yeah, especially I would have loved to have beaten United in a final, and it looks like that's how it's going to pan out. I mean, Granada, are
Yeah.
they going to have enough really to beat United? It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top between Ajax and Roma, and Slavia Praha. Like, yeah, we've gotten them, but and they've had interesting results against some good opposition. But aren't you kind of relieved that it's Slavia Praha? Because I am.
very relieved.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something
So it's never.
about them. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, so Sushek and Kufal, who were playing this weekend at West Ham, they used to be
Mhm.
Slavia Prague players, so it's going to be interesting facing them and then facing their team in a couple of weeks. So,
Mhm.
so Arsenal against Slavia Prague. I don't know if you guys have seen. I had Callum saying he's on Twitter. We'll announce it later. So the video on Twitter, we beat Slavia Prague 7-0 back in 2007. I remember watching that game. I think, if I'm not wrong, that is the first ever game I watched, like in a pub or something. That was Arsenal 7, Slavia Prague. I think
Oh,
because
really?
it was night game, Champions League days. A night game. I don't think. I
Yeah.
don't remember if it was cable. I don't even remember what it was those days. So we beat them 7-0. Yes, they beat Leicester. People are saying, yeah, they beat Leicester. We also beat Leicester. Come on. We also beat Leicester a couple of weeks ago. And they beat
Leicester
Rangers
had a
as
red
well.
card,
So
no? Or Rangers? Who
Rangers
had a red card? Rangers.
Rangers had I think it was later on. I think it was later on. I think they
Yeah.
had like a racism issue. We're going to find out if their player is going to get suspended. So
Yikes.
Callum, Arsenal, Slavia Prague over 2 legs. First of all, the question I want to ask you is: are you happy that you're playing home first, or do you prefer to go away first?
I would prefer the away first,
Hmm.
but we can finish it in the first leg. Do you know what I mean? Really, like truly, if we
Mm.
go at them,
Yeah, you're right.
and
Yeah.
don't mess around, we can batter them the first leg, and we won't have to worry. Do you know what I mean? Let's hope it goes easy this time, and we don't make it hard for ourselves. And that's all I'm hoping for. And a Birmingham
Great
scores
point. You can
for
finish
once.
it off in the first leg. I actually usually people prefer going away, and that's why if you finish top of your league table or group, you get the away fixture first. But you've seen with Benfica and Olympiacos, we went to Benfica, only got 1 goal, and then when they come to our place, which was Athens in that stage, and then they score very early on, like they did with the free kick, we're in trouble because if they get a second goal, it's away goals, all this, all that. So I prefer the home
Yeah.
game, defend well, try and get some. If they have to score, try and get a 3-1 victory or 4-1, and then you go to their place knowing you only need 1 goal, and that's it. You only need one
Yeah.
goal. So I
Yeah.
actually prefer what Kalima said, like get the job done in the first leg. How about you, Zoom? Which one do you prefer?
I I think I like the home leg as well because at home it's easier to get the first win and then get it comfortably as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
if they get an away goal, you already know you can score as well. You already know you can do it away from home as well. So it,
yeah,
for me, what I draw confidence from is winning the first game. If you win the first game, you draw a lot of confidence from that because you know you can score more and concede less than they do against you
yeah.
guys. So that I like the home game first, especially now that we get to play them at the Emirates. I really didn't like
Yeah,
the Athens pitch. I feel like it
I
slowed
did.
down our passages of play,
Doesn't
and
feel like home.
just like Burnley did. I think Burnley was a horrible pitch, exactly, and we need to make sure we have our actual home advantage when we
Yeah,
play. So for me, yeah, I want to play at home, and I don't mind that it's first. Uh,
yeah.
so yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay, so I'll put the bracket on screen. So as you can see, we avoided the tough bracket. I don't know if you guys remember, as women, Callum, in 2018, when England played Belgium in the third group game in Russia, the loser of the group was going to go to the easiest of fixtures. So if Belgium won, they'd go on that side where they had Brazil, Argentina, France, and then
Yeah,
if we came
yeah,
second in that group, you'd
I
go into
remember
that
that.
side where it had Sweden, Colombia, and stuff. So they're saying England actually purposely lost that game to Belgium in the group stage in 2018 Russia World Cup. So that's the kind of the same with us right now. We've ended up in the easier side where we have the likes of Dinamo Zagreb, Villarreal, and Slavia Prague, and then all of the three favorites, probably United, Rome, and Ajax on the right side alongside Granada. So that's very good. So quick predictions. I'll start with you, Callum. Aggregate score, just guess an aggregate score. Both matches, what do you think will be the score between Arsenal and Slavia Prague in 2 games combined?
5-2. I think aggregate.
5-2, so
I think I'm gonna go with a 4-2.
4-2. I also think they'll get a couple of goals. I'm going to agree with Callum. I'm going to
Mm.
go with 5-2. I can see maybe a 3-1 and a 2-1 there. And then Granada and United, I'll start with you at home. 2 legs score.
Oof. 5-1.
To United. Wow, 5-1. Callum, that's comfortable?
Hello, can you hear me? 5-1.
Yeah. Callum, that's comfortable?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Granada. They could show critics wrong. They could maybe get a 2-2 in the second leg and then go to extra time. Maybe it could be something like that. We write teams off. We seem to write teams off loads of times, loads of people, and teams like to prove people wrong, especially underdog, and they're gonna be the underdog. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I actually I'll give them they'll go extra time. I think Man United will win on extra time in the second leg, but I think it'll be like 2-2 or something like that. I think.
So two. I'm going to go with the United. Granada 3, United 5. I can see something like that. And then the biggest of games, Callum, will start with you, Ajax and Roma.
I think Ajax will win. I think they'll beat Roma 3-0 over 2 legs. I think because Roma have been terrible this season, haven't they? In their league, I'm pretty sure they're 6th in their league. So
I think they're on the
I
Zeko,
think Ajax have
Pedro.
been. I think Ajax have been alright this season.
yeah,
so
but they're only.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Is it
I
frozen?
mean, they're only 6 points away from second
Top
position. So,
second
but
place.
yeah, I mean, yeah, from second place. Yeah, so I think they just have a bit more quality, but
Yeah.
not necessarily the same cohesion that Ajax tend to have. So I think Ajax is going to go through. I agree with Callum there.
Score?
I feel like it's going to be a tight one. I'm going to go with a 4-3 or 3-2.
Wow. I can see many goals in this fixture. I think Ajax beat Young Boys 5-0 and Roma beats Shakhtar like 5-1. I can see in the first leg at Ajax, I can see something like a 3-3. And then in the second leg, I can see another 3-2 or something. So I'm going to go with Roma win. I actually think Roma will win 5-4 on aggregate. So Roma will go through Zeko, Pedro, Mkhitaryan, and all of a sudden the outcasts from their English teams are all of a sudden doing very well. But Zeko has always been a good striker. So I'm going for Roma. You guys are going for Ajax. And then the last one, Dinamo Zagreb, Callum against Emery. What's your score prediction for that one?
Villarreal, I think, get the win. I think Emery wants to play Arsenal. he wants to prove something to Arsenal, so he's gonna make sure they get the win. So I think they're gonna have maybe 2-0 win or 2-1 maybe. They'd be tight because they're good. You know what I mean, in the opposition. So 2-1.
Yeah.
I think.
So?
I think a 5-2 total aggregate score. 5-2.
5-2. I can't see that many goals. I think they're both kind of defensive teams. So I can see a 3-1 Villarreal win and shame for Tottenham as well. Ray says 3-1 Arsenal aggregate. Okay, tight one. David says 6-1. That's very, very confident. Let me see. 3-2 Man United, Roma 3-1, Villarreal win. And then RK, thank you for that super chat. Which says great stream you all. So as always, any super chats go straight to our transfer funds for this summer. We need to get Grealish. So I'll be sending all the cash to Arsenal. We need to get Grealish in the summer. So that's gonna be a very good semi-final. So in the semi-final, if the teams go through, as we said, Callum, again, the semi-final draw is also done. So United against Ajax, according to you. So which one do you think will progress between those two?
Oh, gee, that's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think United will nick it. I think United will nick it. Yeah. I think they'll nick it maybe 2-0. 2-0, yeah.
United against Ajax for you as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be United Ajax, and I think I'm going to go with a 5-3 to United.
5-3 to United. Wow. Okay. I don't know. I know they met each other, I think, in the 2017 Europa League final or 2016 or something. 2016, I think. I'm actually going to go with Ajax. 2-1. 2-1 win. And then the second semi-final, Dinamo Zagreb, for me, okay, Villarreal against Arsenal. I think we'll just edge it, something like a 3-2. And then Ajax Arsenal final, I'd love it. Zoom, has Villarreal and Arsenal. Will the Emery lovers be proven right or wrong?
Of course they'll be proven wrong, bro. I mean, Mikel Arteta is the special one, bro. What do you think? Of course, I think it's gonna be an open game or open couple of games. So I'm seeing like a 5-2 win there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'd love it, by the way, if it's Ajax Arsenal. That would be very interesting as well
So
because
I actually don't think it's
traditionally,
Ajax. You guys confused me. I'm gonna go with Roma beating Ajax. So I think Roma against Arsenal in the final. So with that, I'd actually love it. But just imagine if Mkhitaryan scores against us in the final. That would be painful. Get through every
oh
and
my
then
days.
Mkhitaryan scores against us in the final. So Callum, you're going for United against Arsenal in the final?
Yeah, I
Excuse me.
think another English final that we need to prove that we can win an English final. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we
I
have
want
to,
us.
man.
We got to prove them wrong, beat them for the third time, and show them up. Look, hold the cup in front of what I mean, in front of Ollie. Ollie at the wheel. Get him out. He'll probably leave after that, and let's go, man. Then we can go in the Champions League next season. That's what I want. I want us just Champions League next season and smash up
Things you love to hear.
them United, them Northerners.
Yeah, things you love to hear. So that is the Europa League recap, review, and all that. So final topic is going to be on our game this weekend. That is West Ham against Arsenal, the last game, and then 2 week international break. Finally, it's been long since we had an international break. So I usually don't like the international break because we miss the English Premier League football and also players get injured. I usually don't like that. And also these days
Mm,
there's an illness going around. So players, the last international break was terrible. So many players came and they had to miss games because of isolation
yeah.
and all that. So West Ham against Arsenal home. What are you expecting from this game?
I'm expecting to see Oba start.
Mm.
Thomas Partey and Odegaard coming back into the side. Kyle Saka and Emil Smith Rowe. I'm hoping Cedric plays at right back. And yeah, the rest of that back five stays the same. Gabriel, David Luiz. Um, I think Jesse Lingard is back.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah, he's back for this game.
Yeah,
So it's gonna
unfortunately.
be and when you consider they still have talents like Ben Rahma, they have Lanzini, Fornals. It's gonna be very interesting. Antonio, of course, not forgetting Antonio and Cresswell. But yeah, I think we still have enough to beat them. Remember, they did beat Tottenham 2-1 on I think the 20 something of Feb. I think the
Yeah,
21st or 22nd.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they beat
yeah.
Tottenham
yeah.
2-1. Yeah, so it's
And
not going to be
Lingard
an easy
scored a
game,
good
and
goal.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not going to be an easy game, but
Lingard
I still
always
think it.
doing stupid dances against us. Always doing stupid dances
Yeah,
against
yeah,
us.
but he's not going to be
So
dancing this time around, and I think considering how we beat, I draw a lot of confidence from our win versus Leicester City.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it's gonna go in a similar way.
Okay, so Colin, the question I have for you, I did a combined 11 with the West Ham fan earlier on today, and we debated four positions. So I want to get your thoughts. The first one was Leno against Fabianski. The second one was Craig Dawson, the defender, against Gabriel, surprisingly. The third one was Rice against Partey. And the fourth one,
Right.
if I remember, I think it was Sushek against someone I've forgotten. But yeah, the three main ones. So Leno and Fabianski, who would you have first?
Leno. They've got
100%.
us. They've got our sloppy seconds.
Mm.
Fabianski our sloppy seconds. We got rid of him a long
Yeah,
time
bro.
ago. So why would we want him back? So have Leno. Leno's the upgrade.
And is an upgrade. Okay, so they say apparently Fabianski is a better shot stopper. He doesn't make mistakes.
Not
What?
necessarily. I mean, he just plays in a system that doesn't necessarily need him to play with his feet, and he's a
Mm,
good keeper, and he's done well for himself to stay in the Premier League. I think he is a Premier League keeper, but
yeah,
there's a reason he never really broke through. Is because I think maybe the maturity, but also in terms of pressure and what was required and the exposure that he got at Arsenal because of the
yeah.
way that we attack meant that just wasn't going to be good enough. And I think, yeah, of course, man, Leno's world class. Fabianski is
Okay,
at best top class.
yeah. So they also said Craig Dawson has had a very good season at West Ham. I do agree with that, 100%. So they
Yeah,
put him ahead
but
of Gabriel. So they said Ogbonna and Craig Dawson ahead of Gabriel and Louise.
What?
okay, now we need to calm down because what I
Right.
mean, I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at it. If I go to the Premier League right now, I'm just gonna draw it up. because this is ridiculous now. You
Yeah,
go
so
to
I
the
do agree
goal
with having
for
Ogbonna in the. Yeah, I do agree with Ogbonna
what?
being in the lineup. He's been brilliant this season before he got injured for them.
They've conceded 32 goals. We've
Yeah,
conceded 29. We're better. I don't understand
yeah, yeah,
what's there to discuss.
yeah,
We have better
yeah,
defenders, and when you consider that we've conceded goals where we shouldn't have, in games where we shouldn't have lost, where players
yeah,
shouldn't have gotten red cards. Nah, there's no
yeah.
way. Ogbonna, I get it, but for West Ham, yeah, he's all right.
Hmm.
He's all right for like a
Okay, that's
West
the
Ham. You know what I
definite
mean?
no.
No,
Okay, so
yeah.
the main one, Rice and Partey. Apparently, they said
Nah. Callum, take it
Partey
away,
has not.
please. Just end this. End this.
They said Partey
Callum,
has
just
not
take
played
it.
enough, and
Ridiculous.
Rice has been
I
consistent.
don't care. I don't care. Callum, please.
That's ridiculous. How can they? Partey is another level. What do you mean? He's another level to Rice, in my opinion. I think so. I really do. I think Partey, he hasn't hit the ground running in the Prem, but I think he's another level to Rice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like Rice. I think he's a class player. I really do. I think especially this season where his whole team has pushed above their weight.
yeah.
He's gone to another level with his team. He's really good as it is. So Partey, I don't think he can come near. He can't come near Partey. Partey, I think he's too good technically. Fair enough. This season he's been injury ridden and etc. Yeah, but if you talk about
Yeah.
the players over their career, Partey is another level, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The fourth one I remembered, it was between Lingard, Odegaard, and Smith Rowe. So
Oh, come on. Lingard's just started the other day. That was like the end of the like the beginning of
to be
Feb.
fair,
Yeah.
to be fair, Odegaard
he's
and
called up
Smith
to
Rowe have
England.
also started from January. Smith
Oh
Rowe
no.
also came to us in
Hey.
December,
Emil Smith Rowe came in December.
and Odegaard came in February.
Makes the difference. And the thing is, for example, Emil Smith Rowe has goals and assists and in crucial games, big performances in big games. And Jesse Lingard's come in, he's done well, but there's no way I'm choosing Jesse Lingard over Emil Smith Rowe or Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard, by the way, would have a lot more assists if your favorite striker was a bit more clinical.
Yeah. So I didn't say any of these things, by the way. I'll put a link in the chat for anyone who wants to go and watch that video. I'm just passing the messages. And Kalim, who would you have between those three? For what you've seen the last 3 months.
Rowe.
Yeah.
It has to be Smith Rowe. I think he gives more. Like Lingard's only been he's been okay for the last 3 months in his whole career. But that's the best he's ever been in the last 3 months. You know what I mean? His whole career. So I think Smith Rowe gives much more. I like you to zoom in bigger games. Smith Rowe, honestly, he gives the goals, he gives the assists, he gives the work rate. Do you know what I mean? He even get a bit more physical nowadays. Do you know what I mean? I think so. So I think he's a more better than Lingard.
I just want to add
Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
I just want to add, Lingard is the kind of player that leaves United to go to West Ham. You know, if he comes, for example, think about him at Arsenal. It just doesn't work. He wouldn't start over Odegaard because he's just not that caliber of player. But I think he's having a good run of form in the same way that Ross Barkley is about to have, a good run of form. Ross Barkley seems to shine in little moments, a couple of 2-week performances. He does well. And I think Lingard is in a similar position. No way I'm taking him over any of our players, despite how the table looks.
Yeah. So those are very convincing no's or very strong no's. So I have to ask you, how many Western players would you have in the Arsenal team? Because you've said no to the ones that have played well. So Cresson is a very good player, but they definitely say Tierney is better. Kufal and Bellerin?
Yeah, I take Kufal. There was also Souček and someone else. You mentioned Souček and someone else. Souček and who? There was a comparison.
They say they take Souček. I think it was one of them. I think it was Ceballos or something. They were playing a different formation. So I don't think it was Ceballos.
Yeah,
Ceballos was out. So Xhaka for this season with Souček. Souček would definitely be in. And on the left side, Aubameyang, they have Fornals, who we mentioned. So you definitely, how many players would you take from West Ham if you're not taking Fabianski, Rice, or Bonner? So just Kufal and Souček, 2?
No.
Antonio Lacazette?
Antonio Lacazette, I'd take that. I'd take Bowen.
Yeah.
No, as a
Bowen as
striker, because
well.
Bayern hasn't really played for them. So Bayern over Saka on the right? No.
Not over
Because Bayern
Saka,
has played.
but
Yeah, he's played
I'd
on the
take him
right
as a
side.
squad player. You see, there's a lot of players that they have that I'd take
Yeah.
on as squad, which
Yeah,
tells
no, just
you
starting
a lot
11.
about
Starting 11.
them.
Starting 11. Who would you replace? Who would you replace from the starting 11? So we'd take out Shaq and bring in Sushek. We'd take out Bellerin and bring in Kufal. And then would you take out Lacazette and bring in Antonio?
To be fair, I think. Sorry, wait. I think to be fair, Thomas Suchek is more an attacking midfielder. He's more box to box. So
Yeah.
it would be Declan Rice instead of Xhaka and Suchek instead of Partey.
I was just about to say that. Sorry, I was literally just about to say I prefer Rice and Partey.
Yeah.
I think that'll be unreal midfield. Unreal.
Okay, and then Antonio Lacazette, Callum?
Yeah, 100%. I think Antonio
You take
is
Antonio.
better. I think he's better than Lacazette.
Yeah,
I think he's got the physicality as Lacazette has, but Antonio seems he can finish. I think he's better than Lacazette.
No, he has a pace.
Hamstrings, though. His hamstrings.
He has the pace as well.
He can't play 2 games without having a muscle pull or something.
That's
He's
why
very-
he would be an amazing sub.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
for me, I don't.
Yeah,
Antonio,
I mean that's what
I
Lacazette is right now.
I love what
Antonio
Antonio does in
starts-
terms of playing different positions. I love it, like
I
right
get it,
back,
I get
left back, right wing. Yeah. But Lacazette, Antonio.
Antonio
Yeah.
starts for West
Yeah.
Ham. If he comes in and just gives us his hamstring for 2 games, and then they go, and then we don't need him
Yeah.
on the bench because we have Martinelli, he's a much better option than Lacazette, especially because of his aerial threat. How many
Yeah.
times have we said, Arsenal fans, don't lie, how many times have you said you'd take Giroud back?
Yeah, I would because of
stop.
the aerial ability, the number of crosses.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd even take Andy Carroll because of the headers. The
Oh,
number of
Okay,
crosses.
okay. Calm down.
I'd
You'll
even
be
bring
sacked
in
in the morning. You'll win the
Andy
sack race.
Carroll.
You'll
Not
win the
if we win
sack
the
race.
Champions League with Andy Carroll. and
You'd
they
be
become
sacked
best
faster than
manager of all
Frank
time.
Lampard. You'd be sacked faster than Sam Allardyce.
So West
Tony
Ham
Pulis.
against Arsenal.
This guy is Tony Pulis.
Well, Zoom, give me a starting lineup. 1 minute, give me a starting lineup for Sunday and your prediction.
All right. I'll start. Same thing. 4-2-3-1. Xhaka, Partey midfield. Martin Odegaard behind Aubameyang. On the right, Bukayo Saka on the left. Emil Smith Rowe. Kieran Tierney, David Luiz, Gabriel.
Saka is injured.
If Saka's not available, then
Yeah.
put in Pepe and take off Aubameyang and put in Martinelli.
So one injury, 3 changes to the team, huh? Okay.
Yes, I mean it's necessary because it's all about compatibility. You know what I mean? You have to think far. You have to see far. Anyway, so at the back, Cedric instead of Bellerin. That's the only change I'd make.
Cedric instead of Bellerin. Okay. Callum, any changes?
Prediction. 3-1, just like Leicester City.
3-1. Callum?
I think I'll go for basically the same team. Other than I wouldn't have put Aubameyang in the team. I'll put him on the bench. I'll play Martinelli up front, Smith Rowe on the left. Now, if Saka's not available, Saka, right? If he's not available, Pepe. That's what I'll do. You know what I mean? Because I think Martinelli
Odegaard as a number 10.
And Odegaard as a number 10. Yeah, I think that'd be a good helpful.
I don't know. I feel like that's. I don't know. I don't know if it's still something like too young. I feel like that team is too young.
But a lot of life.
Saka, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Martinelli.
The thing with
where is the experience up
looks
front?
like I think Aubameyang don't bother. It looks like he don't bother nowadays. He can't be bothered to run. He can't be bothered to chase. I prefer to have a young kid in there, Martinelli, who wants to play for us. Seems like he wants to play for us, and he wants to run about and wants to close down, and that's what I want to see. So I prefer Martinelli in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's also going to offer more in terms of being an aerial threat. He scored some ridiculous headers for us, and considering the chances we create whenever we have Kieran Tierney and Emil Smith Rowe, they get down to the byline quite well. They're going to cross it into Gabriel Martinelli. It'd be South American header, boom, top bins. You know what I mean? And it'll be beef. So I think, yeah, man. And the thing is, you can't be scared, Glenn. You can't sit here and be scared when Gabriel Martinelli was one of the main cogs in our remontada for this season in December.
He was, yeah.
Am I right or am I right? Yeah,
True.
I think have we
You're
lost
right.
Glenn?
You're right. No, no, no.
All right.
You're right.
Well,
You're right. I'm
oh
just, I'm just
yeah.
thinking like
Okay.
what I'd go for. Lacazette, I'd start Lacazette. Definitely, I'd start Lacazette. I'd start both of them. Lacazette up front and Aubameyang on the left. Martinelli, no, I know you make it sound so easy. So Martinelli header. It's West Ham, man. It's Dawson and
That
I
guy
think
came
you've checked the
on
stats.
when we wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, that guy came on, immediately got man sent off. That's the kind of impact you want, bro. Like not just in terms of the goal scoring, but even
Yeah.
like Aubameyang, if he tried taking on that defender, he would have been shoved off the way, shoved
Yeah,
out
he
of the way.
shot the ball.
Remember what John Stones did to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh
just
my lord,
blew
embarrassing.
some air, and he would have blown away to the left side. So Martinelli he just has this grit that can snuff out chances. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Remember how Carlos Tevez
Carlos Tevez was a baller. Carlos Tevez was a baller. Thank you, folks. Callum, give me a prediction.
I think 3-1 as well. Or 3-0 maybe. Oh, actually, 3-1. 3-1. I'll go 3-1. I think they'll get a goal. But I think
3-3. I was saying about Martinelli heading the ball. These guys, I think they're the strongest in terms of heading ability. That's what we need to be careful about. Sushek, Dawson, all of them are very good from headers. Antonio, as he said. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But yeah, thank you again, Callum, for joining me. I think Zoom flows a bit. Where can they follow you? You say you have a Twitter.
Yeah, I've got it underneath where my name is anyway. Red Mr. Positive at Red Mr. Positive. Yeah. So yeah, follow me there.
Thank you for coming on again, bro, and thank you for all the comments in the super chat, RK and David for the comments. Cookie, let me see, Ray wondering about Wolves, Leon, and everyone else who joined and watching on Facebook. So I really hope we get the win. Let me get some final words from Zoom. Zoom, any final words? I don't know if he's still there.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I think in terms of final words, I think something that really concerns me is the way we finish off games. I mean, or can't necessarily seem to control a game, and the way we finished the North London Derby left a sour taste.
Oh wow!
I'm sure in many
Terrible.
Arsenal fans. Yeah, and the way we played yesterday would have added on to that. So I really need to see us having those performances in game when we have like a 2-0 lead and we can slow down the game and switch it back up very quickly and just be professional. Players finish with 97, 95, 91% pass accuracy rather than you have a player who's finishing off with 70% pass accuracy, and now you guys concede goals. So we really bring on all these issues to ourselves, and I need us to stop that, because once we stop that, these players are going to look a lot better than they actually are.
I definitely agree with that. So make sure you follow Zoom and Red Mr. Positive, the new Twitter account. Check out Zoom's podcast and stuff. So you want to add anything, Zoom, on your podcast?
Nah, just good night. Just good night, lads.
Just good night.
Is really bad, so I just want to say good night.
Good night, and you're going to win the Europa League, I guess. That's it. So thank you for watching. Keep staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later.